Speaking of which, can we do a small Afghan update? Have you guys seen what happened?
What's the latest?
So this is as of like Friday. So this is about as fresh as we can get it, right? So they have announced to the international community, and I mean like the entire international community, because the report that I read was from the UN. So this is like, they are being very public with it. Afghanistan is bringing back public executions.
Yep.
Any universities have already become segregated. So there's male and female classrooms in all higher education. Standard education will no longer be available to females above the age of 14.
Yep.
So you have to go from 13 to college. That doesn't make sense.
Well, that's how they're fixing it, right? So you can go to school till you're about 12, and then that's it. Any physical contact with a female in public is the female can be punished for it, because that's just how it works. And when everybody did pushback on this, the Minister of Public Safety and International Relations for Afghanistan said, this is how our country interprets Islamic law. So this is religiously protected, and you can take no action against it.
Yeah, it's Sharia law.
But they did not say Sharia. They said this is our country's interpretation of Islamic law. So my big question is, all of these United States-based Islam as a religion of peace, why the fuck aren't you super vocal about what the fuck is going on with this Muslim country, when with our last president, all of you were, he's going to deport us all because he hates Muslims. But now your religion that's supposed to be protected is going to hold public executions.
Even if they were vocal about it, we're not going to do shit about it.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. I don't understand how quickly this can be just, oh, we're blind to what this is. It was all well and good when we were maintaining the peace, because this religion of peace was a protected asset. But now an Islamic State says, this is what my religion says is right. You're not sitting there going, no, the rest of this religious community says this is fucked.
This is what I know.
And nobody said fuck all.
I spent about an hour this morning sending messages and trying to contact people, because my QRF driver from my last contract reached out to me and was like, I can't leave my house. The Taliban threatened me. I have an approved visa.
Yeah.
I don't have a passport, but I have this other document, and my visa's approved.
Sorry, that was the other update. There's a campaign, ad campaign that's supposed to be going on over there to maintain public education and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Our current government has cut our spending on that campaign, which is essentially just a women's rights campaign, because it's an educational campaign, but the real thing we're fighting for is you need to let women be educated.
Yeah.
We have cut that to, I think we're only going to spend $1 million a year, which is essentially enough to pay the admin staff, which means that we're done advertising. And we have capped what we are going to allow refugee-wise into the country to 150,000. That's all we are going to save from Afghanistan.
You know why?
That's it.
You know why that is? Why we're capping the Afghan refugees and not all the other immigrants?
Because they would vote accordingly.
Because they would vote a certain way, more than likely.
Yeah.
I got an idea for Afghanistan. Nobody's going to like it, but I think it might work. In theory. But it's a very large area to turn into a sheet of glass. So to make, unless it's a very coordinated strike in multiple places, and there'd be a lot of pissed off people, you just drop, I don't know, 50, 60 nukes.
Yeah.
You only need like 3. What you do is you just fly over in a helicopter every day, same time, and you just drop $1 million out of the fucking helicopter every single day for like a month. And eventually everybody's just going to flock to this one little area trying to grab some money, because you're just tossing out in the fucking streets. And then one day, instead of the helicopter coming over, you drop fucking...
I think you have this wrong. I like the first part of this. You drop $1 million, right? Because what did we spend in Afghanistan?
But you do it like every day for like a month.
Okay, so we spent $30 million.
But what did we spend?
And jet fuel.
What did we spend in Afghanistan?
It's not
right.
What was trillions.
Trillions.
Well, I think it was 9.2 trillion.
Yeah.
So just start paying everybody who's not a fucking Taliban. Like, drop the $1 million. Let them fucking defend themselves then. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
But the problem is we don't know who it is. We've trained up all those motherfuckers over there.
There's nothing we can do.
And they just fucking
at this point,
they just threw the shit down and walked away.
That picture that came out of everybody that took over the presidential office and everybody's standing behind him with like amazing trigger discipline and everybody's at the low ready and shit like that. I'm
weird.
like, that is American standard right there. Like, that is ridiculous.
Yep.
Like, you have no idea. And then when, you know, all that statement about, well, we have 300,000 Afghan regulars that we trained against 70,000 Taliban. And then fucking news sources that I hate were showing video of Afghan regulars and Taliban running the same checkpoints.
Yeah.
It's so...
I don't know.
I appreciate what you're saying, but there's no fucking way to go like...
No, it's a lost cause. But you can't just nuke it. I mean, that's stupid. The only thing you can nuke that would do any good is Washington, D.C. I'm going to stand by that.
It's insane. It's just insane.
They should have just kept all the Blue Force trackers on all those fucking vehicles.
Yeah.
And then just been like...
We should have just left the Harris system in there and just been like...
Pushed a button
Yep.
and just...